Johnny from Media here, and in this video we are going to show you how to set up UTMs to use within Google Analytics. This will allow you to track people across your website and know where they have come from. So stay tuned. At Media, we help companies grow and thrive using the latest tools, tricks and marketing techniques. From websites to automated sales funnels, social media content and much more. We are constantly releasing new material on our YouTube channel, so make sure you like, subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments section below. Just before we get going, I want to very quickly tell you about our exclusive offer. We are giving away free access to our paid Hub platform for the first 50 people who click on the link in the description. This offer is going on all of our YouTube videos, so hurry and get your place. Within Hub we have created over 100 training videos in 13 courses, including a course on tracking and optimization within your sales funnel. You'll also find recorded webinars and a host of other free content, so remember to click on that link in the description. Let's get on with the video. Once you have your goal set up, the next thing you need to help Google with is to identify where your traffic has come from. This will also help you to identify which campaigns are converting and which you need to optimize or even ditch. UTM stands for Urchin Tracking Module. The Urchin software company that produced it was acquired by Google in 2005. A UTM makes it easy to track the sources of all your traffic without using any code. Google Analytics can work out the most common sources of traffic. For example, it can tell you when traffic has arrived from some of the main sources such as Facebook or Google, but it cannot work out all of them. If Google Analytics cannot tell you where traffic has come from, it will define it as direct. This may look great on your stats and leave you thinking that most people are typing in your URL directly. However, in a high number of cases, this traffic will be from sources that Google Analytics cannot identify, so it will just place in this category. A great example of the use of UTMs is within email campaigns. You can tell Google Analytics that anyone who has clicked on a specific link has come from your email chain, and even better, you can add in which email within that chain they have come from. Let's have a look at how it works and how you set it up. So this is an email I have set up within our email automation chain, and I want to know how many people are going from this email into Hub. Now we already have this set up, so if we have a look in Google Analytics, we can go down to the acquisition tab, and I'm going to go through these tabs in some of the other lessons. So acquisition, I'm going to say all traffic, I'm going to say what channels, as in what channels, where are we getting our information from. So you can see here, number 4, we've got social, direct, paid search and email. And it's showing here that they've recognised that we have got some traffic coming from our email campaigns, and that is because I've got UTM set up. You don't want your direct traffic to be too high because that's not actually people typing in your URL in most cases. In a lot of cases that simply can be that Google doesn't understand where your traffic's come from. So what we've got to try and do is give Google as much information as possible. So if we have a look back in this email, now this is set up in Active Campaign, which is within the email automation course. So if I click on this call to action, this button here, you can see here is the link, and it's going to take them through to this free lesson page. Now this is just a free giveaway in our email chain, and I want to know how many people are clicking through to this page and coming through here into our Hub site. So currently URL is hubuno.com/free lesson 1. So what we want to do is tell Google Analytics that someone has arrived on this page and they've come via our email, and this is our 4th email in the line. Okay, now the way we're going to do that is to use a UTM. So do you get to UTM? Simply go to Google, and if you just type in UTM, and if you ignore the adverts, the first one that comes up is this DevTools. So it's a development tool used by Google. As we said, they acquired it in 2005. This is the page you're going to come to. Now, these are the boxes that you're going to need to fill in. Now, Google has already a fair bit of information on here. So they said in this first one, you need to put in the website URL, the campaign source, the campaign medium, and the campaign name. And then it's got some further information down here. Now, if you want to find out more information than just what's on here, you can go down and have a look at any of these ones down here. So we're going to show an example of this free lesson page. So the first thing it says I need is the website URL. So I'm simply going to copy. I'm going to paste in the URL. Okay, so next is the campaign source. Where did it come from? So I'm going to say active campaign, and I'm going to also say where does the medium. I'm going to say email, and the campaign name, I'm going to say this is email number 4 in the chain. So I'm just going to put E, I'm going to put 04. As you see from a fair few things here, they seem to like the underscore bits. Don't put things in capitals, because if they are in capitals, sometimes they won't recognize it as well. So keep them all in lowercase. And then we could say campaign term or campaign content. So for example, I could say campaign term if I want the keywords, or use to differentiate your ads. So I might say, for example, CTA. So CTA1. So say for example here in the email, I've got this call to action, I've got this learns more about the course, this is the free lesson. I'm saying in this one, it's from Active Campaign, the campaign medium's email, it's email number 4, and it's a call to action number 1. Now, this is where I can take this URL, I can then copy it, and I can then paste it into the link. And if I test out this link and what it's going to look like, if I come to a new page and I simply put in there, you can now see it's got that huge URL on it. Click enter. And it will come through to exactly the same page. The only difference is now, if someone who's visits this page, Google Analytics will know they've come through our email campaign. They will also know that they've come through email number 4, and they've used call to action number 1. So we can start to dive in and look at the stats based on this one. And we use this to set up for anything. For example, if someone's used LinkedIn and we put out a post, we could sometimes change this one from the source. We sometimes say for a campaign name, we might say, for example, post 27th of the 6th. If 27th of the 6th, 20. For example, 27th of June 2020, that's when it's gone through. So you can really drill down into the data on this one. And as I said, if you come back to analytics, you can find this in the acquisition, in the channels, and you can click down into your campaigns in here and find out exactly where you got them from. And as well as channels, you can look at source medium. So here we can see that the source is active campaign / email. It knows that this is from email and it's from the active campaign one. So at any point, if you create a piece of content, either an advert or a post on LinkedIn or an email that's going to drive people towards your website, we would suggest you set up a UTM so that with Google Analytics you can track exactly where they've come from.